Welcome to Pal Soccer. In this week's episode, I'm going to take you through 16 games. Yeah, 16 games. Check it out. Mirabelle is not rocking the medal. Here's my little buddy Theo. He's going to have a medal around his neck a little bit later on. You're going to see some exciting stuff. This is my really good friend, Coach Couldnt, who is just a champion of a director of coaching. Part of the reason that Mirabelle doesn't have the medal is, he's hiding his face right now, as you can see. He knows he's guilty as charged. We haven't officially charged him yet with anything. But a big part of it was that we help out with the Soccer Start program, which limited our availability. This is Luella's first game at 5 p.m. This is the 14 Elite group against Broomfield. That's a good little finish there from Jolie to open up the score list. And then actually we're going to see an unfortunate mistake here from the goalkeeper for Broomfield Extreme. You can't actually put the ball down once you pick it up. And what she did here was the double whammy. She actually picked it up outside of the box, which is unfortunate. So it's going to be a free kick for us. We end up taking it quick and treating it like an indirect free kick, but anytime there's a handball that's outside the box, it's just a direct free kick. But regardless, Lou put that ball in the top left corner, so big goal there. And we didn't really know what to expect from this team either. Lou's group is playing up in age group, so usually things can get pretty competitive, but when you get on the score sheet early, you get some momentum, good things can happen. Nice goal there from Becca, by the way. And then the corner kick here, it's going to be Brynlee Elmond, who's going to have a great finish off the far side, actually just calm and composed. Look at the passing here from the Elite program, though. These girls have spent a lot of time together over the course of the last year, training together, developing a style of play, and they've really come a long way as well. So disappointing that when this all comes to an end, because that's a great shot there from Kenna. Because you have all your friends, you have so much that you've worked for, so much that you've developed, so much chemistry, and it's just, it's sad when the season's all the way over. That's Tatum right there. She's got a lot of pace. But what's cool is you build so many friendships, so many relationships, and it's just awesome to watch these girls grow and see what they've done. Then you got Evie. We're gonna miss Evie too, dude. Her dad Brad is just one of the best, most rad dads out there. Honestly, the guy is such a positive champion. He cheers for everybody. This is Elena now getting on the score sheet for our 8th goal. Final goal of the game is going to come from Brynlee Elmond again. It was Lou that started off, and then Evie's going to find that ball split through inside, and then good little touch there to put it in the top right corner. So 9-0 for us at that first 5 p.m. game. Next game is actually me at 6:10, which was just around the way. So I got to watch Lou's first half. Second half, I was out warming up the boys. Millie now is driving on her way from Soccer Start. She and I both are like the field marshal supervisors or whatever. And so we oversee the whole Soccer Start program. If we're missing a coach, then one of us will fill in. This is actually the only goal of the game. This is against Castel Rock Burgundy, one of our big rivals. The referee does this one right. He does a drop ball for us. It's actually going to be Christian, who just hits a freaking bomb. You usually don't see that on a drop ball. That kids just lace it up. But actually, I'm going to start training for that. Yeah. Rare the referee gets hit by a ball, so it's not really something you train for. We ended up squeaking by with a 1-0 victory. This was a very intense, competitive match. If you ever want to watch any of these matches in full, by the way, I have playlists for all the kids' games. This was a super intense one. Viewer discretion advised. Okay, now actually 8 a.m. This is Saturday morning. Eliana and company, we couldn't travel with her, which was gutting. This is against Chicago Inter. This is Angie, Reagan's mom, getting footage for me. I told the crew, sorry guys, I can't send you my Theo. There's two of Ellie's favorite buddies, Ella and Kylie. They help us out tremendously. Eliana actually got to stay with Kylie and travel with their family to Utah, which was so helpful. There's Bree open up the scoring against Skyline. Yeah, if we didn't have the help of families on Lou's team, there's so many times that we were able to get rides from one of her teammates, Harper, who we love that family very much. They're great. But without carpools, there's just 0% chance that we could do anything. Becca with a nice turn there inside the box. So it's great to build relationships, friendships with the families, because you're going to need them, and you always should help out when you can. Abby Wine with a nice finish, smart positioning there, smart player there. Second half, we're going to have Bree with a really good shot here. You're going to see it on her right foot, just burying it into the top corner. And then Lou's going to finish off the scoring for our 5th goal against Skyline. So big time win there from the girls. They are on fire moving on to game number 3. Okay, so Next game was 30 minutes later. It's Theo and company against Arsenal Academy. This is actually just 2 fields over from Lou's match. I was not able to watch any of that game, unfortunately. I had to warm up the boys, which we had a good warm-up, and as you can see, Matthias warmed up the net with our first of 5 goals. Good shot, and then we got a corner kick. A little bit later, Christian's going to put in a really good ball, and then that's buried by Adriel, who's been a standout stud for us. There's Jackson Powers with a strong tackle. We love Jackson Powers. Yeah, and so this team that I'm coaching right now, it's actually going to change quite a bit. I'm going to be able to retain 6 of the players, but 4 of them are a little bit older when you have the age group change. There's Dexter just bossing in to get a goal. Dexter, I believe, actually gets 3 in this match. And then Jace is going to get taken down. Matthias is going to put the free kick on target. Matthias is going to be one of the players on my team next season. Congrats to you, Matthias, for making it to the Storm Black team. Yeah, my goal going into next season is that we win absolutely everything, that we're the very best team in the state. That's my hope. Another good finish there, Dexter. Yeah, like I said, he got 3 of them there. That was against Arsenal. Okay, now I'm going to tell you the story about how this is Mirabelle. Finally, yeah, Mirabelle. How is it taking so long? Well, we actually had to change the schedule a little tiny bit and request later games because Friday evening, Millie or myself had to be facilitating the soccer start program. This is against Albion, by the way, and this game was just brutal. The goalkeeper, they did their very first build out, as you saw, was just passing wide, and after that, the goalie just bombed it up the field every time, okay? So this is the first time in my career with Mirabelle's team that we did not score a goal in a game, and part of the reason is every time we got in their zone, whenever the goalie got the ball, she just freaking ripped it, so we had to keep building out. Yeah, those are just some of the first half goal kicks. I tried to find all those first. We had a really good chance there. Remy on the through ball with the left, and then Maple on the rebound. We just didn't crash the net well enough and finish our chances. You can see the crossbar, but we definitely had by far way more chance. I mean, how many goal kicks did you see? Yeah, but what ended up happening is it wore us out. Because we're attacking from so deep and having to make so many runs, second half we kind of just got a little bit out of energy. This is a 150 game in the middle of the afternoon. This goalie, it was seriously so annoying too. Our game plan going into the second half was, dude, we got to drop back. We know that she's going to drop the ball. So drop back, look to possess the ball, pass the ball, get forward. But we just could not score. We ended up tying 0-0. Yeah, their coach afterwards like, good game, good game. I'm like, dude, I thought that should have been a penalty too, which we would have loved to squeak through with a 1-0 victory. So 0-0 tie. Unbelievable. Excruciating, which means basically the next game is a must win. Back out to Utah. I just love Angie, man. What a great soccer mom to film all this. I don't know why she spent so much time filming his buns, but what a gal. You know, that's a great finish there from Kylie off the free kick. Yeah, she is a heck of a soccer mom. And check this out. Right off the goalie's face, it looked like. I mean, Millie's recorded my buns when I'm AR, you know. It's just different because it's not, you know, I'm married to her. So, anyway, this one deflected right off her face. Yeah, that one doesn't feel good. You can see the goalie's reaction. Yeah, she's like, oh my gosh, they hit me right in my mouth. Oof. That's rough stuff, kiddo. Sorry about that. Welcome to Pal Soccer. Yeah, so anyway, this is our second match of the day. We had about a 3.5 hour rest period. This coach, dude, she, from the get-go, was dictating the referee's decisions. She says, goal kick, well done here. That was not a goal kick, it was a corner kick. This is about 2 minutes into the game, and I'm like, is this lady for real? And it didn't stop there. She was trying to call everything, dude. And I generally don't try to tell the referees it was not white ball. Yeah, it was not white ball. I generally don't try to tell the referees much of anything, but she like started it, so then I did too. She's got her hands on her. No, actually, that's not what happened. Yeah, so here's an instance where the referee calls a foul for us as we get shoved, and then she actually manipulates him and talks him into changing his call, believe it or not, which I was in disbelief. Like, leave the freaking referee alone. Yeah, so I'm like, are you serious? Wait, whoa. We didn't foul anybody. How are you giving them the ball? And he really didn't have an explanation for it. That's just called taking advantage of a teenager. Mabel had a really nice finish to give us the lead afterwards. I'm like, yeah, that's what she gets, dude. She should go down a goal. They ended up actually scoring a goal to tie things, though, just at the end of the first half. Actually, the first half was over, believe it or not. We were over a minute past first half, and that's how they got their goal. We didn't clear it out. So we needed to win this game to advance since we tied that first one 0-0, and we just could not score. We were like on a drought. But I do believe part of it is that this Real North team, they did have a lot of rest and recovery. They played a Friday night game, then their next match was actually 5:40 p.m., where we had like a 2.5 hour break between our two games, and that's difficult to do. If you can get into a match, and yeah, this is the weirdest thing for me, by the way. The coach, because she knew that time would run out, they'd advance, she literally had her player just sit down. I have never seen this before. You can't just tell a player sit down in the middle of a game unless there's an injury. Did you see an injury there? I didn't see anything at all. So she's just delaying the game, and then was able to get subs on and just slow things down. And that was definitely their strategy. Here you're going to see a free kick from Maple that goes just wide. And their goalkeeper is actually going to get up to hustle to the ball, only to walk really slow. Yeah, look at that. There's that slow motion movement. So we end up actually not getting the result we needed. So we were knocked out. And believe it or not, 8 a.m. we're already playing again. So that's 3 games in about a 17-hour period. So we started off our warm-up with power and finesse. And this game was actually really gutting for me. Not because we didn't play well. We actually played really well, and we scored a lot of goals. We ended up scoring 8. Our first goal came off of a nice cross on the corner kick. Unfortunately, it deflected off their player for an own goal, but the scoring was on. I probably should have warmed up with power and finesse from the get-go, because then we were just shooting balls like crazy, putting them in the back of the net. And you're going to see a really nice rebound here from Mirabelle. Remy's going to kick it in and then just slot it home. Yeah, Power and Finesse is one of this girl's favorite games, and that's why I decided to start with it. I didn't expect at all that we would not make it to the finals. I was already planning on going all the way through Maple. That's basically Power and Finesse right there, when the balls drop back to you and you just bury it. And then second half, we just keep the scoring going. We end up bagging 8 goals in this game. Mirabelle over to Remy, Remy back into Mirabelle, and we worked really hard over the course of these last 2 years to become the best that we could be. And we had a ton of success all across the board, and so many players developed. They improved so much. Here's Charlie with a great finish to the far post. And we had just so many fun times. And it's really sad to think that 2 years goes by as quick as it does. The relationships you build, again, with the families. Like I was saying earlier in this video, it is gutting. Lucia with a nice finish. It is gutting when it all comes to an end, and you never really think about how it does. Nice little feint there from Lucia as well. I try to teach the girls about the feint. It's just such a simple 1v1 move. And this is the moment when everything became real for me, because this is the last time that the girls are going to walk out there as a group to their parents. And I'm not kidding you, I got a flashback as they're going to the very first time I remember filming them on my phone. About 2 years ago, it was at United, believe it or not. And then it just became emotional for me, because hard to let it all just go, really, you know? So when this was over, I was actually speechless for the first time with this group. I couldn't get the words out, but I wanted to tell them that just they're an amazing group of kids, and that they're going to do well in their careers, and I've really enjoyed spending time with them, and I love them very much, and their families as well, and just keep working hard, and never give up, and just be the best that you could be. Special group of girls. Gutted that we didn't go through to the finals. Gutted, yeah, to say the least. So, love all those families. Great group of people. Okay, so I had to actually hustle out. I had a game at 11 o'clock, which no action in the first half, so I was out at halftime. And then what we're going to see is my buddy Mateo, who I recruited actually through friends. One of my favorite things to do is just build relationships and recruit people. Mateo, look at this right-footed ball that he's going to play up to Kyle Richards, who's got a great header, the former Notre Dame forward. Finishes, giving us the 1-0 lead against a team called Longmont FC. It's actually a pretty good team. If we don't win this game, we're not going through to the playoffs. There's Mateo and Simmons and Joey. Those two guys are excellent. They help lead the team. We have like our own group text called the Hogs Upper Management, which is a lot of fun. This is Elias Talbot, who's going to have a shot and save, but it goes to Bryson with a nice finish. We end up winning this game, so we're in the playoffs, baby, and I promise you we're going to win the playoffs. Okay, let's get back to Eliana. This is Pammy, who's going to open up the score sheet. And this one is against the Utah Avalanche, who's a quality program based out of the Salt Lake City area, actually. And then you're going to see Reagan, who hasn't had any goals that I've seen yet, which is kind of ironic that Angie's the one filming it all, because Reagan always scores goals, but doesn't matter. She got a great cross in there to loosey-goosey. A goal's a goal, however you want to do it. So I give credit to the assist and the goal scorer. You need assists to get goals. Loosey-goosey on that one. I think she got bagged 3 this game, so they're moving on to the finals. Okay, back to Commerce City, Colorado. Now check out the weather here. This is actually the second half. We were held 0-0 against this Albion 2013 team, but it's Becca who finally gets one to squeak through. And then just before a lightning delay, yeah, look at the weather rolling in. Once you're in the second half, if there's a lightning delay, the score stands. And there was actually our buzzer to indicate that all games will be delayed. So he scored, but it actually didn't count because it was after the buzzer. Yeah. Now, as Lou's game was going on, Theo's game was actually started at the same time. Here's Julian, who I was having the kids do 1v1 warm-up, hoping to get them to meg me so they could do a little change of pace to get the shot off. I kind of took him out a little bit. He took himself out, actually, is what ended up happening. So, yeah, Julian, you found yourself, buddy, which is good. Because like I said before, I like when you can foul yourself, Christian, with a great finish at the top. I like if you can put yourself in good positions to get fouled and win penalties, because penalties are such an easy way to score. You know what else is an easy way to score? When you're offside, Dexter, buddy. You kind of got away with one there, pal. It might have been about 3 feet offside, but what can you do? Yeah. And then you've got Juicy again, just controlling the ball, finding Dexter. This time he's clearly onside to give us the 3-0 lead. And then we actually were able to get this game in all the way, which was crazy, because the moment the final whistle blew, that's when we heard the buzzer go off on the other field. Loosefield's up there actually behind us. Her game, you can see them going on right now. Dexter got our 4th goal, so we ended up getting maximum points, 4-0. Alright, so now to the finals. It's kind of funny. Ellie's team actually played against a team from Colorado, Colorado Edge. And it's going to be Lucy who opens up the scoring. We end up winning this game 2-0. Angie from her phone. That was so nice of you to film, Angie. She got me 1 goal. The other one, I don't know exactly what happened or who got it, but congrats to the girls on an outstanding tournament. Love the tunnel, you know, fun thing to do there. And an undefeated season. They had the whole season. They gave up 0 losses. Everything was dedicated to Arisa. I love that. Alright, so finals now for Theo and company. We're actually playing against the North Burgandy team, and we are the North White team. So it's darks versus lights, good versus evils, A team versus B team. And check out this A team player here, Luke. He guest played with us once during the season. This kid is the best player in the age group, hands down. The amount of pace that he has, he almost bagged 3 goals in the first half. Look at him just speeding by with the ball. We're very fortunate that we have Carter on our team, because that was an unbelievable save. They were going downhill with the wind in the first half as well. So I knew that if we could survive this without giving up any goals, yeah, look at that one off the crossbar, then we'd have a good chance of winning this game. We tried our best defending. Carter with another outstanding save there. Carter kept us in the game. He kept us in this season, actually. Then here's Theo just messing with the ball a little bit. He gets taken out. Yeah, could have been a yellow card there. That was a pretty strong tackle. But what are you going to do? 7-year-olds, there's not very many yellow cards. But we're a team that is just like sheer power, determination, belief, work rate, and just never give up, can-do attitude. So Jace is going to battle for the ball. It's going to go through, and Jackson Powers squeaks in what turns out to be the first goal of the game, which was awesome. So we're just thrilled. We finally get on their side of the field, and we take advantage of it. And then you've got another really good opportunity for the Burgundy boys, hitting the crossbar again. Yeah, but you know, in this kind of game, when the crossbar's getting hit, you just feel like, hey, we're going to win this one. Okay, things are going our way. And then Christian is going to make a great run to the side, and then he's going to do a little swoop. Puts in a great shot here. Kenai with the 2-handed save. Julian on the follow-up. Oof. Just didn't go in. Kenai is actually going to be my goalkeeper moving into next season. He's a very good goalie. And now this is where things get a little bit wild. As you can see, the referee is a little bit fatigued and lightheaded. How about this music choice, by the way? This is Ride of the Valkyries by Wagner. And we've got a soccer mom over here that came on the field. Alana is her name. She's actually co-owner of a really nice restaurant I believe it's called District Poor and Provisions, and her husband Jesus is the head chef, and he made awesome sushi. I don't even like sushi that much. Something called the Tropical was so good. That's what this girl needed, was some Tropical, yeah, and something to drink. So we got her some Gatorade. She ended up, feeling all right, and then they replaced her with the head official of the whole tournament, and he was freaking fantastic. So here he is right there, yeah. He knew all the rules, and so so just a little bit later, we started to have a little bit of momentum. You can see the wind was blowing against us, and this is Jackson Powers, who almost made it 2-0. Oof, that would have been awesome to go up 2-0, going against the wind and uphill the first half. Little nervy moment here. There's that player Luke again, who's just so quick. Unfortunately, Adriel put on enough pressure to force that shot just out wide. Burgandy, though, was bringing it, and they had one more really good opportunity just before the break. We had difficulty clearing the ball out. This guy with a left-footed shot, and Carter's going to get low, and what an outstanding save. So at halftime, what I told the boys, though, we have to figure out how we're going to press them. They like to play the defender back to the center midfielder, so I'd had my far side winger go and press. Here they are going uphill. This is Carl from a pass from Jesus, and Carter with another really good save. Going downhill, though, with the wind, I knew that we were going to win this game. There's just no doubt in my mind being up a goal. Matthias with a good strike, and then that's an excellent save again from Kenai. Those two of his teammates, Theo, nearly got the rebound there. So here's how we press, though. We had our forward press, and then we'd have our wing tuck in to take away the center mid as an option. So it really put his defenders in a tricky spot. Christian with a great shot with the wind, and Julian is going to get the go-ahead 2-0 lead goal. Just huge, dude. Look at the parents, so excited. Look at that dad right there. Juan is just absolutely pumped up. Yeah, he's rocking the hood. He was a little colder than Carter. Just love the joy of scoring. We knew at this point it was game over. There was just no way they were going to be able to come back from a 2-goal deficit. So now at this point, with all the confidence, all the momentum, it's going to be Jace who's just going to rip a shot with the left and place it down in the bottom corner, sealing the deal. 3-0. Rapids Burgandy had one more last-ditch effort, but time expired and the boys could not be more pumped. We worked so hard, and I promised them at the very beginning of the season, when I took over, I said, just so you guys know, I'm not a second team kind of coach, all right? So I'm going to treat you like the first team, and we're going to compete like a first team.
Yeah, Carter! Yeah, Carter! We saved the best for last week because Carter's the reason that we won that game. He had 3 monsters in that first half. Unbelievable, and he's really good on the field too, which is crazy. Great stuff, Carter.
Absolutely thrilling victory there for the boys. Okay, so Lou's team's actually in the finals as well. We're doing our award ceremony at this moment when Tatum scores the first goal of the finals against the 2013 Redhawks, which I'm not sure where the Redhawks are from, but kudos to them making the finals. Then Tatum again has a shot, just has too much power, and the goalkeeper not able to keep it out. And we absolutely just took it to this team. Our third goal is going to come from Olive. A good strike there with the right foot, squeaking it by the goalkeeper. And then you got Brinley Elmond with a good strike out of the air. She's going to get the rebound and poke it through. Another really good goal from Brinley. Goal number 6, believe it or not. Coming at you hot from Becca, who gets the rebound and hits it in with the left foot. She also had an unbelievably outstanding tournament. And I am not even done showing you all the goals yet. Yeah, that was number 6. This is number 7. That's right, 6-7. Good little deflection there from Brinley, and Olive again with the finish. And Olive says, you know what? Let's get past that 6-7 thing. Let's make it 8. And she's got a hat trick there. Right-footed shot to the top right corner, curling it in. And then we actually got our goalkeeper, Haley, to get on the field. And Haley's shot with the left foot got it. And the parents were absolutely thrilled. The whole team was thrilled. Usually you don't cheer when you're up 9-0 like that. But in this instance, we finally got Haley, and then yeah, the AR is going to call a penalty. You see the referee, Uncle Bill, we actually call him. He didn't really want to call it, but he was forced to. Evie's going to get the finishing touch there, and then this is actually the most fun goal of the game. A little bit of controversy here. You're going to see that the Red Hawks striker, after a really good save, is going to go into the top right corner of the side netting, and the AR, I'm not sure what he saw, but he says, you know what, that was a goal. That was side netting, that's a goal. And the girls were like, what, it wasn't a goal. There's no way. It went from the outside. How's that possible? Which was hilarious is watching them protest. It's like, guys, you scored 10 freaking goals. Just let the Red Hawks have one. But they were not happy about it all, which actually, when you think about it, I like that. I like that they weren't happy about it and that they argued it, because it really was. Nicole, look at them swarming. Yeah, all the parents are like, girls, it's okay. It's not a big deal. Yeah, let the Red Hawks have it. So, very competitive group of girls. Couldn't ask for a better way to end things either. So, kudos to the girls. Congrats to Coach Britt. And always love lifting a trophy. Let's see it. Alright, well there you heard the story about how Mirabelle did not get her medal. It's all about periodization, rest, and recovery. You gotta make sure, if you're able to, get that Friday evening game and spread your games out, win that first one, and it's go time, showtime. God bless you all. See you next week, baby.